Kiwi, Maui dolphins and the humble hatchback. All loved by New Zealanders, and yet they're on the endangered list, so to speak. While Doc focuses on the animals, it's car manufacturer Mazda keeping this hatchback breed alive, better known as the Demio. A car so popular it's also one of the most stolen, but they're bucking the trend as almost every other car manufacturer is culling their range of hatchbacks. If you want a Volkswagen Polo, Ford Fiesta or Hyundai i20, you'll have to buy it second-hand, and Mitsubishi Mirage and Kia Rio will be phased out too.
Hatchbacks are the most popular car body type listed on Trade Me and have been for years. We have over 16,000 of them online right now. We expect it to continue to be a popular Kiwi car.
But if we love them, why aren't they making new ones? The answer? Profit. Souped-up SUVs make more money on the lot, so sellers and manufacturers are following the money. So, what does this mean for our car economy?
Well, let's ask David Crawford from the Motor Industry Association. David, do you think this is a bit heartbreaking? Is it a bad thing that we're going to phase out new hatchbacks?
Yes, it's an inevitable trend for two reasons. One is that since the global financial crisis, we've seen the rise of the SUV, and correspondingly the fall of passenger vehicles, generally speaking. In the first victim were station wagons, which became scarce, and now the hatchback is a threatened species. The second reason is that small cars generally are getting harder to justify in a low-carbon environment because the cost of making them low-emission vehicles is comparatively the same as a medium to larger vehicle.
Do you have a favourite hatchback in your own life, David?
I do. I had a very early on. I had a Honda hatchback, and they are really great cars. The hatchback, I like them for the practicality. The boot opens up wide, you can get a lot of stuff in them. Easy to use, easy to drive.
What are people going to learn to drive in? What are the first cars of the future going to be without hatchbacks?
Well, I think that a lot of people will learn to drive in second-hand cars rather than brand new cars, and they will continue to buy small cars. But there are a number of small SUVs that are coming on the market that are easy to get in and out of, and that are very practical to use, and people kind of like them, which is why they're so popular. So rather than being in a little hatchback or a little sedan, you're going to see more people in SUVs.
Surely if you shrink an SUV down, it just becomes a hatchback.
Yeah, I like your logic there, Jeremy. There are some definitions, though, between what makes an SUV versus a hatchback, and generally speaking, it's its ride height. So if the ride height is above a certain level, it's called an SUV.
Isn't this good on our road to zero when it comes to the road toll, because SUVs are safer, they're a bigger car?
They're not necessarily safer. It depends on the design, but people do feel that they are safer in them because they've got better visibility. But there's nothing inherently more safe about an SUV versus a small car other than its mass.
Have you looked into the crystal ball? What does the future of our car economy look like?
I have looked into the crystal ball. It's part of the job, and some people will like it and some won't. I think invariably, if you're looking at the new vehicles, they're going to be low emission, and low emission vehicles cost more. So the price of new vehicles are going to go up.
David, it's been great to chat.
Cheers.
Well, kia ora, welcome along to the project. Look, Mark Richardson's here. Can't imagine you driving a tiny little hatchback round, Mark.
No, I have one of the largest cars on the market. Suits me.
Are you making up for something?
Pretty much. I'm more concerned about the death of the station wagon, because I think they were the perfect car. They're big without being big. Before the Demio, they were the preferred vehicle by burglars, and if there's one group who understand reliability and practicality, it's burglars, isn't it?
He talks about the rise of the SUV. When I first got my driver's licence, there were just cars. Everyone was at this level, but now everyone wants to be higher. I think it's a bit like a concert when you're sitting down and then one person stands up, and then like next person, then everyone has to stand up. We're all into SUVs now.
Yeah, it's an arms race.
It is kind of sad, I think, especially for the second-hand market. Like, if you have a hatchback now, treasure it, hold on to it for as long as you can in case you can't get another one that suits you in the future.
Is it true you used to drive a Honda City? They were really small.
They were really small cars. Surprising, a lot of headroom. I'm 6'2", so yeah, and I'm a big bloke. So yeah, the Honda City, I loved it. Little go-kart, but it did look like I was wearing a red suit.